Okay, so we're done with all the rumors. It is official. Apple has finally showed us the Vision Pro headset, this mixed reality AR VR thing that you will put on your face, and Apple is betting that this is the future. Now, this is not coming out until 2024, so we don't know exactly what day it's going to be, but it will be running you $3,500. So run your pockets for this thing. But I'm gonna give you my top 10 list of features that I like from this headset. First, starting with the first one, which is the design of it, because it looks expensive. And if I'm paying a lot of money, I want this thing to look like I'm paying a lot of money. And it does look really good. The main frame of this is made out of aluminum, as Johnny Ive would say. But yeah, it's an aluminum alloy frame, so it should be pretty lightweight, but also strong and durable. On the front, you have this 3D laminated glass that just looks like it's just curves around the frame of this headset. It looks really sleek. Oh, and if you do wear glasses, Apple has thought about this in the design of this headset. So they are working with Zeiss to be able to provide prescription inserts where you can just attach them magnetically onto the lenses, and now you don't need to wear your glasses or wear your contacts for a long time. So I like the fact that Apple thought about this in the initial design of the headset. And Apple designed this to be a modular system, as you can see. So the first main component is going to be this light shield. So basically what sits on your face. So this will come in different sizes, and it also does flex to kind of fit and form to your face. And the second main piece is the headband, which is this 3D mesh breathable, flexible headband that will be able to shape to your head really nicely. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And overall, this headset, especially with the close-up shots that Apple gives us on their website, it just looks pretty premium. So I'm happy with that. Now, speaking of the headband, this is my second feature that I like because it is breathable. So it has this fabric, which will allow that air to kind of flow between your noggin and also the band itself to keep you nice and cool. Now, even though this band does have a fit dial that you'll be able to use to tighten and loosen up the headband to adjust your fit, I think Apple said that they will be selling different sizes. So maybe you have like a really small head, or you're like me and you have a gigantic IMAX XL head. You'll be able to hopefully get a different size if the kind of the standard fit doesn't work for you. And when you do go to replace your headband, it looks like the mechanism is very easy. It looks like it does have like that orange tab that you find on one of the Apple Watch Ultra bands that you get. So you'll be able to kind of like pull it off and then snap it on very easily. So it looks to be something just as easy as like your Apple Watch band to replace. And number 3 is a feature that is borrowed from the AirPod Max and also the Apple Watch. And this is the digital crown. So this headset has a digital crown. And the best way that they show that you can use this is that when you're watching a movie, and like, for example, this person was on a plane, you can rotate the digital crown to be able to completely immerse yourself in that video that you're watching. So by default, you can have the video screen in front of you, but you can still see people around you on the plane. But as you rotate that digital crown, it will slowly immerse you into whatever like virtual environment that you want to go into. And so this is just really cool and easy to use. Instead of having like a slider or something that you have to use in the software, you can just use this digital crown to make that happen. And that looks so dope. And so number 4 is going to be the software running this whole show, which Apple is calling visionOS. So this OS is simple and clean, just like iOS and iPadOS. You have a bunch of your icons of the different apps that you have, and the menus are like kind of like one step away from you. They're not all just scattered on the screen. Apple kind of tucked everything away very nicely. And one cool thing is just how it interacts with your real environment. Things are kind of just like floating in front of you. So this is that mixed reality AR type of thing that Apple is doing here. In the different windows that you have open, like iMessage or Safari or another app, you can resize those to your liking and then move them around and place them in the environment that you want. And the cool thing about these windows is that they react to your real objects in your place. So they actually will cast shadows on maybe like that table or desk that is actually floating above. But if you're tired of seeing your place, maybe you didn't clean up one day, you can actually transport yourself into a different environment just like you could if you were watching a movie or something. And I think they also said that you can change the ceiling, just the ceiling, to maybe have like an open sky, and then you can see your regular environment down below. So I think little touches like that will allow you to, like, for someone like me who works indoors a lot, I'll be able to kind of transport myself a little bit to different places. So overall, the software looks sleek. It looks good. It looks very easy to use. It looks like everything flows really well, but I definitely can't wait to get my hands on it. And speaking of hands-on, this leads me to my 5th favorite feature, and that is control. How do you control this headset? So this headset does not ship with any physical controllers like you get with the Quest or really any other headset. you will just be using your hands, your eyes, and your voice. Now, it looks like your hands are going to be the main way that you use this headset. So on the bottom of the headset, it actually has cameras that are looking down. So you can keep your hands in your lap. You don't have to be doing this Minority Report thing. You can keep your hands down by your waist or just in your lap. And then now you can pinch and stuff to be able to interact with the home screen or to resize your windows and stuff. But this also works with the eye tracking. So on the inside of the headset next to the lenses, it does have some cameras and some IR sensors and stuff to be able to track your eye movement. So it'll be able to actually know that you're looking at a particular window on the screen or a particular app icon. And then now you'll just be able to just pinch with your fingers to be able to select that. So you don't have to like move your hand. It's tracking that you're looking at that thing that you want to select. So it looks pretty dope. And then the third way will be just using your voice to be able to use Siri to ask it questions or to tell it to open up an app. And actually there's a fourth way too. So you can pair a Bluetooth controller to this headset like the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller or the Xbox controller. And now you can use that to interact with this headset and also play different games. Now all of that is good, but it really does come down to the hand tracking, how reliable it's going to be, especially in low light situations. But if everything works perfectly as Apple has showed us so far, I'm intrigued. Now, number 6 is going to be multitasking. So basically being able to simulate like you have 2 or 3 monitors in front of you in real life, you'll be able to do this in this mixed reality visionOS. So whether it's having 3 Safari windows open at once, or as I mentioned before, having iMessage, having Safari open, and maybe like a video playing, you'll be able to have all of these things open and just kind of move your head side to side and up and down to be able to look at everything in real time. But check this out. You can actually look at your MacBook with this headset on, and it will automatically turn off the screen on your MacBook and then project what you were looking at into the headset. Yeah, I don't know exactly how all of this works, but it's going to be pretty cool just to be able to edit in Final Cut, and then you can kind of just blur out the rest of your background and just dive right into your work. But my favorite thing actually comes from their collaboration with Disney. And if you didn't know, Disney owns ESPN, and this best part of this video clip is when they showed, watching multiple sports on different screens at the same time and being able to scroll through them. And then also they had like this digital scoreboard that pops up, and even like this little live instant replay of this basketball court, and the people were running around. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull this off. This is coming from their promo video, but if they can pull off this maybe like 70% of what they showed off, I think the multitasking is going to be crazy, especially for video watching. Now this leads perfectly into number 7 for me, which is going to be video watching. So one of my favorite things to do in VR is to watch 3D movies. It's better than watching 3D in a movie theater, in my opinion. You have a lens for each eye, and it's just brighter, it's clearer, it looks so crisp. And then also you'll be able to get up to like 100-foot screen, I believe Apple said. So it's going to be super big, but you can also size it down and keep it, small to your particular taste. And then also, as I said before, you have those different environments that you can immerse yourself in if you want, or you can just have like the screen in your living room and you can still see everything going on around you. And as far as quality, it is going to be kind of a wait and see, but Apple says that this is going to be like having a 4K TV for each eye. So definitely the specs seem like this is going to be a great looking headset, but again, I have to see it for myself. And then also Apple has been filming, or they've been working with people who have been filming 8K 180 degree 3D videos that you'll be able to access on this headset. 8K, yes, 8K. So that should be crazy. And I like 180 degree videos anyway more than 360, because you get that really good quality in front of your face, because it's not trying to, render that entire video in 360. So I can't wait to see that. Now, enough with video, let's talk about audio, and this leads me to number 8, which is going to be spatial audio. So the speakers on this headset are actually going to be in the headband, and so they'll be on right above each ear, and it's going to be projecting that audio down to your ear canal. So you don't have to put anything in your ears, but they say that you will be getting that really good spatial audio, so things will sound like they're floating around the room or coming from different spots above you, behind you, in front of you, and all around you. But you can still use your AirPods or your AirPods Pros or your AirPods Maxes with these, because they will be able to support that audio, especially if you are trying to use these on a plane where the built-in speakers just aren't going to do the great job. So yeah, spatial audio on this is a plus. Now, number 9 is going to be FaceTime. And the way FaceTime works is that you can actually take the headset off, face it towards you, and using the TrueDepth camera system and some other magic, it'll actually scan your face. And now when you put it back on your face and then jump into a FaceTime call, you'll have this digital persona of yourself, basically an avatar avatar that looks pretty realistic. And then also it'll be able to show your hand movements as well to give your little avatar some life. So that does look pretty cool. But when you're in FaceTime, if you have multiple people talking to you, you can kind of place them in your digital space no matter where you want. And then also the audio coming from that particular person, if they're like to your right or something, it'll kind of mimic that audio with the spatial audio, which is cool. But the best part about this is that it's going to be hands-free, so you don't have to hold your phone up or prop your iPad up. You can keep the headset on and still do other things while you're doing that FaceTime call, so that should be useful. Now, the 10th feature on my list is called EyeSight. So Apple says EyeSight is going to just help people around you feel a little bit more kind of comfortable when you do have this headset on. So when you are like talking to someone and you're not actively like doing something inside of an app or something, it will actually project the placement of your eyes on the front of the headset to make it look like it's transparent, but it's basically just projecting that so the person can look at you and basically see your eyes and they know that you're not doing something else. But also something cool is that when someone walks into kind of your little bubble while you're doing something, it will clear up that section where that person is and bring them into focus. So now you can see them and now you can talk to them and interact with them. And one last bonus thing with your eyes is going to be called Optic ID. So Apple is saying that this is basically going to work with like Apple Pay and stuff, and you can use this for identification when you're trying to securely pay for things online. And yeah, this kind of leads me to the one thing that really sucks about this headset is that we have to wait until 2024 to be able to buy it. So we have a little bit of time to give Apple some time to work out the kinks and stuff like that. But in the meantime, we can all go ahead and start cutting some grass so we can afford this $3,500 headset. But seriously, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know your favorite features about this headset and whether or not you are interested in buying it, or if price wasn't an issue, would you want to use this headset in your daily life? So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.